94.4 Spice FM. Nairobi, how are you? You are in for a delectable treat, a true delight today. I'm Olivia Otieno. Please do catch the live stream, right? It's going down on the homepage, standardmedia.co.ke, because I have a phenomenal woman with me. This lady went to the UK after finishing high school and spent 20 good years in university studying to become a qualified, certified public surgeon. But she could have gone into comedy because Dr. Esther Gathura, you are hilarious, you are beautiful, and you are intelligent. Welcome to Double O Direct.
Thank you.
Do not be fooled, yeah? Do not be fooled by her looks. She is ruthless with her comedy. So tell me, before you decided to go Laya and leave us here, tell me about your early life. Tell me about your upbringing.
So my upbringing, I grew up, I think most people would expect maybe grew up in Nairobi, but no, I grew up in Githunguri. So I was born there, but initially went to school in Nairobi City Primary School. My parents were very determined to get us a very broad sort of outlook to life and everything.
So not just to stay in Githunguri.
Not just to stay in Githunguri or to stay in Nairobi. So I had to be in Githunguri. I had to go to the farm. My grandma was there. And then I came to school in Nairobi until it wasn't very feasible, like the whole ride every day. So I went to school in Githunguri, a small school called Githunguri Township. And it was interesting because it was like a mixed life, coming from a city school to a village, well, quote unquote village school. So it was interesting, but also gave me a very good outlook to life and able to mix with people at all levels and everything.
Do you have siblings?
I have siblings. I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay, and where do you fall in?
I fall in the middle.
Okay.
So I was third. We are very close age. So I think there was a 1 year gap between my brother and my elder sister, then 2 years between me, and then a big gap. So I was the last born for a while.
Yeah.
And then I have my younger sister.
I understand. I'm a woman in her 40s, so I certainly understand that oops baby situation. But what we're here to discuss now is after primary school, where'd you go?
So after primary school, I go to Alliance High School.
What did you get in primary school? Huh?
Enough marks.
To
get me to Alliance Girls.
Okay, were you expecting that?
I was.
Were you determined to do that?
In primary school, I was a determined girl. I think I did well, to be honest. But I wasn't that kind of girl who's always like, a bookworm, whatever. I did my best. I did everything else. I loved, even in school, I loved dancing, sports, whatever. And then when it came to high school, I went to Alliance Girls. I think initially my performance, I wasn't like top in Alliance.
Because now you were with national geniuses.
Exactly. So I wasn't like that. But then I just went full, just enjoyed school, enjoyed friends and everything. Really had a good experience at Alliance Girls. And then when I qualified or finished, I did my exit exams, Form 4. I got enough marks to study medicine here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you got enough marks to study medicine. I love your humility.
Yeah.
Right? I love it. You got enough marks to study medicine here. Was that the path you wanted to take?
That's the path I wanted to take.
At what point did you realize you wanted to become a doctor?
Oh, God. When I was young, in primary school.
Inspiration?
So probably class 5, 4. I used to love, that a kid who loves picking at things, like if you have a spot, you pick on it. If you're ill, you're always trying to explore.
Us in the psychology field, we're told to watch out for that child who's wanting to split open the cat.
I was that child. If there was a bug, you want to split it open. And I remember once my dad had, he probably doesn't remember this, but he had something on his foot, maybe a thorn or something.
Yes.
And I used to love that. Sterilize the needle, pick it. And he asked me, what do you want to be? I must have been in class 4 or 5. And I said, I want to be a nurse. At that time, it was so natural. My options then were teacher or nurse. My mom is a teacher.
Okay.
So teacher or nurse. And he said, why not a doctor? And I said, because I'm a girl. And he said, you can be a doctor.
What does your dad do, or what did he do?
He's an engineer.
I love
engineer.
the fact that he told his daughter, you can be a doctor.
Yeah, and for me it was like, what? Really?
No one ever told me this before.
Because I think we grew up in a society where the stereotype for the doctor is male, isn't it? So, and the stereotype for the nurse is a female. And I'm caring, but I loved science, etc., etc. I was that, yeah. So I think he could see that in me.
Yes.
And so basically, he's like my number one inspiration.
I love that. Why didn't you study medicine here? How did you end up in the UK?
So I didn't study medicine. I got admitted to Moi Eldoret. At that point, my dad was shifting careers and he went to Europe. And it was a tough decision because I was passionate. I want to do medicine. But here I am. Here he's saying, okay, we're going to Europe. The whole family, please come. But I don't have entry there. I did a little bit of research, found out they're not going to accept my Kenyan grades at all to enter into medicine there. I have to go and sit A-levels, which I did. And it's not just good grades. You also have to be interviewed in the UK to get into medicine. They have to make sure your personality suits it and everything. So I did that. So 2 years later, so my peers entered medicine
2 years earlier than you.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. What was the experience like for you, having been born in Gathura, having gone to Alliance Girls, and then suddenly finding yourself? Where in the UK did you end up going for A-levels?
So I went in a small town, Bath.
Bath isn't that. I know Bath. Yeah. Bath isn't that small a town.
It's a small town, but it's a lovely town.
It's beautiful.
So, yes, it's beautiful.
Very beautiful.
So I went to boarding school there.
Okay.
It was okay as an experience because they tend to be quite sheltered. I was in boarding school in Alliance. In fact, it wasn't that different.
All girls?
No, it was mixed. Yeah.
We're going to unpack that. We're going to unpack that with Dr. Esther Gathura in a little bit. Remember, from 12 noon, 00 Direct is also live on KTN News.